Hi Sagittarius. We are on a road trip from one world to another. From east to west. Welcome to the Existential Shift. My name is Morgane if you're just joining me for the first time. First card, 3 of Pentacles. This is the Steampunk Tarot. 3 of Pentacles, okay. So you're building something. Cooperating. It's not alone. It's something that is very accurate to your essence. That you know it's the right thing. You know there's a long way to go, but you already feel the strong foundations, possibly the rewards. A journey from one world to another, from east to west. And here on the card, I have the science and the mysticism, the numbers and the equations and the tarot card. And building something that is combined out of these two. The synergy of the two worlds. Your right lobe is tapping into your left brain lobe. All of your complexity that you are familiar with within yourself, maybe it wasn't always harmonious, maybe sometimes chaotic, is beginning to reshape into a very structured, multi-leveled, harmonious, beautiful structure, shape. Some of you are just moving a home, progressing on your business, partnering with like-minded people in creativity and in money. 3 of Pentacles is a great start for July. We're finally out of Gemini season, and all this air to Sagittarius flips you all over. A lot of air with fire. The fire goes mayhem all over the place. And you're Sagittarius. You like being all over the place sometimes. So it was a little bit of a hectic time for you guys in the past month. But July, water is coming in. King of Wands. This could be you. Owning your element of fire. Owning your leadership, your charisma, your passion. Who you are. Maybe creating or establishing a work environment that has to do with what you love to do. What you like to do. Possibly you're leading a group. There's a sense of importance. Did you get an important position, an important role, a responsibility? Look at his hat. Who will sit on this chair? Who will work with me? Who will cooperate with me? Who will get all this? Or maybe someone is doing this for you. I'm in a forest. For me, being out of the city and on the earth in the forest, it's like Sagittarius coming out of Gemini season into Cancer season. You need a little bit of peace in mind. You need a little bit of water. You need to flow as opposed to spark everywhere. Whew, da, da. July is looking good. 3 of Pentacles, King of Wands. Possibly something that has begun last April and has been worked on for the past 3 months is now really gaining form and shape. Yeah. I wasn't sure to pick it up, to not pick it up, and it didn't fit. I need to listen to my instincts. What else for Sagittarius, for the collective of Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Dominant, whatever. Cross watchers for July. I love this. 5 of Wands in the reverse. In its upright, struggle, conflict, competition, mayhem, disharmony. Different forces are pulling in different directions, and now it's in the reverse. You have either defeated that element, or you are so fed up with it, you're just stepping out of it. You are no longer controlled by the environment, by their thoughts, by their ideas. You are, this is funny, you are learning the art of to not give a fuck. The King of Wands doesn't give a fuck, not because he's an asshole, but because he's so passionate and so tapped into his nature and his truth. And he is very active. He's an active force of fire. So he does. He leads. He creates what he wants to create. He manifests. He doesn't care if people have issues. He pulls himself outside of that and builds up what he needs to build. And, you know, build it and they will come. Build it and the right people will come and join you. Build the structure of the puzzle, and the right pieces of the puzzle will find themselves in that structure, within that frame. What else for Sagittarius for July? Cards, forest, spirit. Oh, it's so beautiful and quiet in here. I can't. What am I doing? Why am I in Maryland? Why am I in a forest? Two of Swords and the Fool. Detaching ourselves from the world. Going within to find our inner balance, our mental balance of the two brains, the right brain and the left brain. And finding our sense of freedom. Really detaching ourselves from the world and its conflicts and its BS. The Fool brings a sense of liberation where everything is possible. Tabula rasa, the clean slate, white canvas. And now before we create and build, we want to make sure that our mind is clear and quiet. So we pull back from the mayhem and from the conflicts and from the disharmony, and we only listen to ourselves. We are literally closing our eyes and letting the moon and the intuition guide us. The Fool tells you there's no price for freedom. You must really, really, really follow your passion and your desire and build it. Build it and they will come. Like, build it and they will come. And this is also why I'm here in this forest. To detach myself from the world. From all the different forces that were pulling me in different directions. From the clutter, from the mayhem. To find my inner balance, my inner peace, and my inner sense of freedom and liberation. The Fool embarks on a journey. He doesn't necessarily know where it leads to. But he knows where it leads to. And people around you might not be supportive because you will seem crazy. The Fool seems crazy to society. Society doesn't understand. But you understand and you need to listen. That's good, Sagittarius. We're finding our own sense of balance, not what people consider to be balanced, but what we consider to be balanced. And we are not apologetic about it. What else is here? Oh, wow, okay. All right. Some of you guys are carrying, I have the Ace of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords in the reverse, and then the Four of Cups. I'll show it to you soon, in a second. But we are carrying a very deep disappointment of our heart. It's not just an emotional disappointment, it's also self-disappointment. Like, what did we do wrong? How did it come to this? We thought we were in control. We were in control, but we were in control of the wrong element. Therefore, the King of Pentacles is in the reverse. When you try to control an element that isn't yours, the element will rebel you. It will spill. It will lead to a heartache, but a good heartache. It wasn't your element. On the other hand, you have the King of Wands and it's upright, which is your element. This is your sense of control. You allowed yourself to detach yourself and to liberate yourself from an element that wasn't yours, from trying to control a life that wasn't yours, that wasn't for you, that wasn't you, which is why it failed. And when you let yourself, when you cleared room, when you made room for your actual element, it came in as the Three of Pentacles, as the King of Wands. And things are looking good, but still you have doubts. What if this will also fail? Well, what if this will also fall? No, not in the next month anyway. This is mastering your element. The king and the queen of each element are the masters of their element. So you're mastering your element and you're building foundations from that. Tangible foundations. And you're feeling more free than ever. More lighthearted than ever. Three of Swords in the reverse with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Whatever was filling your cup was wrong, and it's good that it was spilled. And you really, really wanted to control it. Some of you were just feeling really, really betrayed by either an earth sign or someone with the essence of a Capricorn. The negative essence of it, expression of it, aka trying to control everything. Maybe you were trying to control everything. Maybe the other person that is relevant or the situation or the job was trying to control everything, but got spilled. And here you are with three standing cups in front of you, but you're anxious and suspicious and worried. This is how you want to feel and could and should feel. King of Wands, the Fool, Three of Pentacles. I don't know if you can hear the birds. Can you hear the birds? More messages for Sagittarius for the month of July. When I searched for the accurate spot to sit in to do your video, there were people behind me, like tourists, like looking at the view, and then another group was coming, and I was setting up. And I wasn't worried at all. it was very clear to me that from the second I want to press play and record your video, no one will be here to interrupt. I knew it. Signs showed otherwise. There were people here, and it's a tourist place. I mean, people can park and come and take a look at the view, but no one is here, and no one will come until we finish. This is your message, Sagittarius. Just know that things will just fall into place. Have that trust. In the right way. Don't worry too much. Don't look for how things can go wrong. Because you'll just keep yourself locked in that place. You really, King of Pentacles in reverse, you really, there's the attempt of really trying to control something. Matters of the heart can't be controlled. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Your freedom, other people's freedom. That will lead to stability. Freedom is stability. You know that better than anyone, Sagittarius. You have to have your freedom. If someone tries to control you, you can't handle that. Rightly so. So whatever it is that you're trying to control out of fear, let go. Find the balance within, and everything will come into place. I want you to take a look. I'll continue pulling cards. Can you see? I think you can see, right? Yeah. In the extended, I will check out the numerological aspect of it. I will restructure the cards for 1, 2, 3, 4 that I have here, 5, and read them anew in a new narrative. And I will also clarify. Sagittarius, July. Wow, 4 of Wands. There we go. There we go. The structure without the walls. The stability with the freedom. Celebration, joy, success, establishing the future. I want you to look at this card from close. Can you see? This is very much where I feel right now, the green and the sky in the background. The Suit of Wands is very much the essence of leaving one world and stepping into another, because it's the card of Jason and the golden sheep, the suit of the story from the Greek mythology of Jason and the golden sheep, where he grew up as an orphan, but then grew up to discover that he was actually a descendant for a royal family, and he was supposed to inherit a kingdom. But his uncle killed his father, blah, 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 and exiled him, and now he discovers it, and now he goes on a journey to re-own his kingdom, to regain his crown. And this is a very successful part of the journey. The journey from one world to another. but with results and feeling like it's a destined journey. I love this. 7 of Wands fell down. Justice, Strength in the reverse. Okay. Let go of the battle, because karma and justice will run their course. This is something that you just have to flow on. You've already worked hard. You've already established the foundations. You did what you needed to do. Now you need to let go, let God, feel liberated, enjoy what you have, and see how things kind of blossom on their own. Let nature run its course. Strength in the reverse. Feeling lack of control. We spoke about it. You're not supposed to control. Remember, with the King of Pentacles in the reverse? Everything that has to do with trying to control will not go well. Clarify justice with the Strength card in the reverse, please. For Sagittarius. Okay, this is... wow. Alright, okay. Too many cards. Temperance, hi you. Also, but also balancing all the elements and the energies. Finding peace. It's very much the Two of Swords, but more on the alchemical, spiritual, energetic kind of aspect. It's also healing. Ace of Pentacles. 8 of Swords. 10 of Wands. 10 of Cups. Wow, and the Empress. So we had the King of Pentacles, who was very much the element of earth, mastering the element of earth in the reverse. But it's in the reverse because there was a sense of trying to control. But now, if you let go and find the balance and the faith, the blind faith, that's when the element of earth in your life will blossom in the face of the Ace of Pentacles. There's a lot of money also here. Be careful not to go too much into work. But let's go with this narrative. 8 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Some of us are really imprisoned by our past, by our journey, by everything that we carry. There's a phrase that says that I really love it. It says, everybody comes with a luggage. You just need to find someone who loves you enough to help you unpack. Some of us are really carrying our luggage, and it's very hard for us to unpack. But with the 10 of Cups and the Empress, especially with Temperance and the Ace of Pentacles, you are unpacking, all right? I have 2 10s here. 10 of Wands. Look at her. Again, leaving everything behind, leaving one world and going to the next. Be careful not to remain stuck in there and imprisoned in there in your mind and going into a loop of overthinking. Find the healing in it and not the prison in it. And wow, July is looking good. 10 of Cups and the Empress. Some of you are either getting pregnant or really structuring foundations of family and romance and partnerships. 4 of Wands, 10 of Cups, the Empress. Ace of Pentacles. Temperance. Some of you are really giving birth. If it's not children, then it's a really great project that you really, really care much about, that you will prosper with, because there's a lot of wealth here. This is beautiful, Saggy. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some challenges here. There will be the need of control out of fear of loss and doubts. There will be difficulties of letting go of the past, hardship. You'll have to keep going back to the essence of freedom, of the nomad, not carrying anything, letting go of anything that doesn't serve you anymore. Look at her, how much she's carrying, and he's not carrying anything. Creativity is very high. Alright, let's figure out the extended. So I'm going with numerical essence. I have the Three of Pentacles, the Empress, it's also 3. I had the Three of Swords in reverse, it's another 3. Okay, let's take the 4s. I have the Four of Cups and the Four of Wands. Let's take the majors. I have the Temperance, the Fool, Strength in the reverse, Justice. I like these very much. And let's keep the aces and the kings. Okay, so I have, and the tens, two tens. All right. Okay, good. We got it. I'm going to explain what I do really soon. Bear with me. Okay. And bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. I have to add it to the package of the aces, which is very much the portals for the new world. 3 aces already in one reading. Yep, once again, between worlds. The whole new world is opening up to you. Before I go to the extended, let's conclude for the general collective of Sagittarius for the month of July, please. One final message before I move on to the extended. I love this, my desert rose. Okay. 3 of Wands, Ace of Cups, 8 of Cups, and Page of Swords. Yes, we are really, okay, we've figured out a lot of things, rights and wrongs, in the past month, in Gemini season, in June. We know what we want to hold on to and what we want to let go of. There's a real sense of a way of thinking that we're letting go of, something that we've been studying, or a way of presenting ourselves, or a way of communicating that is really, really away from us now, that we're like, okay, maybe this is not my language anymore, but we have an understanding of what is our language now in the 3 of Wands. Some of you are literally developing a new language, a new world, a new skill, moving on from one thing to another in a very big way. I have 3 aces here in this reading and 2 tens. And the Fool, I mean. The sky will clear really, really soon. If it's foggy a little bit right now, everything will be so clear in your head. Not necessarily because you'll have new knowledge or new information or something, but your mind will suddenly be more clear with the Ace of Swords here and the Two of Swords. Like, you're about in the next month to really experience clarity that you haven't experienced before in your life. It will be a sense of clarity in your mind and in your heart and in your spirit. You'll be like, how was I walking? It's like being short eyesight and suddenly you have your eyes fixed or something. Like you see now. The world is the same, but now you see clearer. You understand things better, more sharp. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. In the extended, I will clarify these majors that I have, the Fool, the Strength, the Temperance, and the Justice. I will delve a little bit deeper into the aspect of having 3 aces, 2 tens, 2 kings, and 4 threes. Perhaps we'll talk about the 2 fours, we'll see. And it will give you a message from the runes for July. And we will also do clarifiers. So we will go over the element of a repetitive types of cards. 4 threes, 3 aces, 2 tens, etc. and so on, 2 kings. And then we'll clarify them as a group, each of them. So we'll see more narratives and deeper into the narrative. Numerology is something that I do, and I love seeing the numbers and the different ways of interaction between the cards, because the cards can say so many different things, especially if you rearrange them, like I just rearranged them on the table, on the board, on the ground, in the forest. Hi. So we get deeper narratives of the narrative, and we get more narratives. And we clarify, and then we conclude with a rune. Thank you for joining me here. Tarot Masterclass on my Vimeo on demand, and my intros to all the classes are also on my YouTube. Each class is on a different card. Next card that I'll do is 3 of Pentacles, speaking of. And I just finished with the 2 of Swords, the last class that I uploaded. It can all be found on YouTube, and the full ones on Vimeo on demand. The extended, for your extended, press the link below. I will see you really soon in your extended. Email me if you want a private session. All the information is in the information box. Thank you so much for being back here for your July readings. If you follow me, if you follow the Existential Shift. And if you're new, welcome. Thank you for your subscriptions. So peaceful. Like, you don't know how much clutter you have in your head until you snap out of it, until you step out of it. I'm sorry. This is how you're going to feel in the next month, Sagittarius, that you can hear your own thoughts. And you will be getting much clearer messages and guidance. You will know thyself so much better. There's a big sense of karma being healed with the Justice and Temperance and the Fool. Liberation of karma. I will really delve into it in the extended. Just press link below. I will see you really, really soon. I love you, Sagittarius.